Hello Libra, and welcome to your December 2015 tarot reading. My name is Nikki. Laid before you is your monthly spread, but before I begin I would like to say that this is a general reading. So if you are interested in a personal reading, I do offer those. You can visit my website, it's in the description below. I offer tarot readings for $15 and I offer palm readings for $35. Also, you may notice the beautiful stones above the cards. These are Aquamarine. They are what I am resonating with this month for the reading because Aquamarine is the talismanic or the mystic birthstone of December. It's actually for the end of November through December. So it's great for channeling more balance and clarity. So if you are interested in learning more about Aquamarine, I have made a video about the stone. I have also made a few other videos. So if you are interested in learning more about gemstones, I will be continuing to make videos, but you can go ahead and watch the ones that I have made. You can find those at my channel. But I will personally link the one for Aquamarine down in the description. That way you can find it easier. They're short videos, 2 to 3 minutes long, and they describe the uses and the purposes of using the stones. Okay, so moving on, I am also using my Chrysalis deck this month. I felt that it was very fitting with the Aquamarine. If you look at the back of the card, I feel that it resonates very well with the balance and the clarity, and so do a lot of the images of the cards. And the Chrysalis deck, it is a New Age deck, so if some of the names seem unfamiliar to you, don't worry, I will explain them in detail as we go along and explain how they correlate with a traditional tarot deck. Okay, so each card is symbolic for a week of the month. The first week is you have the 6 of Spirals in reverse. For the second week you have the 4 of Scrolls upright. And then you have Death in reverse. And also for the last week you have 8 of Mirrors in reverse. So going back to your first week with the 6 of Spirals. Spirals is actually wands. So this is a card about conflict. So this month you may be struggling with conflict. And since it's in its reverse position, this may actually be a positive card for you. This may be an end of a conflict for you. Now this conflict could be internal and personal for yourself. Or this could be something that's external. Maybe something that's been going on. And just because it's external doesn't mean that it has to be with somebody else. It could be, but it could be just your own personal struggles with external energies or substances that you may have been struggling with. So this may be, in this first week, you may be ending the battle that's been going on. This may be a week where you're deciding to really, take the bull by the horns and finish what you've started, or start battling with this issue that may be going on in your life. This card, it could also mean it can symbolize delays or a miss of opportunity. But it could also mean just like you having a lack of confidence at this time. This may be a time where you're feeling some negative energies going on. Maybe your self-esteem isn't as high as it usually is. You might be comparing yourself to others in this first week. This may be a week where you feel like it's just time for you to, you know, cut your losses and move on. It's really hard to say, because this card could pertain to so many things that are going on in our lives that it's hard to pinpoint which interpretation to go with. But you know, pick the one that best fits your situation. For the second week, you have the Four of Scrolls. This is swords. Scrolls are swords. So, you know, this is your timeout card. This is a time to take a break from everything that's been going on. You might have some time off of work. It's time to relax, to retreat, to recharge your batteries. If you hear background noise, I'm very sorry. I'm up in the attic trying to find quiet time to do these videos, and our floors are very thin apparently. I have a house full of young boys who really like gaming. Okay, so anyway, this would be a great week for prayer and meditation if you feel the need to do that. Who knows, this might be a week where you get to go out and go to a spa or some kind of you know, place that's specifically made for relaxing. That would be nice. For the third week, you have Death in reverse. Ariane, that's death. Normally, death is all about change and transition, and in its reverse position, it's still meaning change. But when it's in its reverse position, you're not really feeling it. You're not ready for the change. This is something that is changing whether you're ready for it or not. This is something that needs to happen. But you don't want it to happen, and it could be a plethora of situations going on with all your individual lives. I mean, maybe somebody that you love is moving away, and of course that's unfortunate. You may be starting a new period in your life that you just aren't ready to move on with, because you're happy, everything's working well with the situation that you're in now. And change is scary, so no matter what the situation, and even if we understand that this is a good change, it's still scary. It's hard to take that first step a lot of the time because we don't know where we're going to land. Yeah, you're just not knowing how to quite handle this change in this third week. And of course, this is going to be, you know, near and around the holiday season. So if you celebrate that, you know, something unexpected might happen that you didn't really have in your plans. And I'm not saying it's going to be a bad thing. It could very well be a very good thing. It's just, it's something that may be unexpected. And maybe all the card means is that you're realizing how close it is to the end of the year and how fast the year has went. And maybe you're not wanting to move on so quickly from 2015 yet. So for the last card, for the last week, you have the Eight of Mirrors in reverse. I like this card. In its reverse position, it's actually more positive than it is in its upright position. The Eight of Mirrors is all about moving on. And that kind of goes well with what's going on in your third week with the change and transition. This is you moving on. And when it's in its reverse position, again, you have this refusal to move on. You don't want to move on. But I think it's positive, because I think the reason why you don't want to move on is because you've been in such a good situation. Things have been going really well for you, and maybe you don't see a need for change. But I really do think that, you know, these changes are coming about whether we want them to or not, like most things do in life. And I don't see this as something major that's going to upset you in any way. I think it's just you realizing how quickly time is moving on, and how you would like things to remain the same. You know, it's kind of like when I look at my children and I see how fast they're growing up. It's a beautiful and it's a wonderful thing, but it can also seem kind of sad to me, because you know, it's going so quickly. I want to hold on to them just the way they are for as long as I can. So I think it's it's a feeling of like that, if that makes sense to you, that you are probably having in the last couple weeks of December. But overall, it looks like a pretty good month for you. And I hope that you found this reading helpful. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I do this every month. And if you do celebrate the holiday season, I hope that you all have a very Merry Christmas, and or a happy winter solstice, or whatever holiday you do celebrate. And I hope that all of you have a wonderful new year. And I will talk to you all next month. Bye-bye.